Hi, this is Suresh Advocate. Today we are going to discuss about employee salary cut and layoff during these lockdown situations. Nowadays we are seeing that lot of companies are doing salary cut and layoff, especially the software companies during these lockdown situations. This is not by intentional. Due to lack of revenue, the companies are doing this kind of activities against the employee. Whether this exercise of the employer is in accordance with law and they have a power to do this kind of activities, let us see. The present pandemic situations are dealt by two legislations, namely the Epidemic Disease Act 1867 and Disaster Management Act 2005. Unfortunately, there is no explicit provisions under these two legislations with regard to the payment of salary to the employees during these pandemic situations. However, the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Government of India, on 29th March has issued a notifications directing all the employers to pay wages to their employees without any deductions during this entire lockdown period. This was the happiest news to the employees. But if the government wants to issue any notifications, there must be powers under the legislations. As per the notifications, the government has mentioned that they have a powers under section 10 subclass 2 and L of the Disaster Management Act 2005. But there is no such powers has been assigned to the government for giving such a kind of directions to the industries and private employers. Therefore, the constitutional validity of such notification was questionable. Pax is a private limited company, has filed a writ petition before the Supreme Court, has challenged the constitutional validity of the said notifications. Interestingly, National Information Technology Employees SENA is an association mainly working for the welfare of the software employees and KPOs and BPOs, also filed another writ petitions before the Supreme Court and seeking directions from the Supreme Court directing all the employers to pay full salaries to their employees without any deductions during this lockdown period. Both the writ petitions are clubbed together and posted for further hearing before the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has issued an interim order directing the government not to take any kind of stringent actions against the employers based on the such notifications. Thereafter, the government themselves has withdrawn such notifications. No more such directions or orders from the government regarding the payment of salary to the employees during this lockdown period. Let us see the labor law legislation says. There are few legislations are mainly enacted for the welfare of the employees, such as Industrial Dispute Act 1947, Payment of Wages Act 1937, Contract Labor Act 1970, Interstate Migrant Workers Act 1979. These are the legislations mainly enacted for the welfare of workers. In these legislations, employer has right to lay off their employees in certain circumstances. As per section 25C and 25M of the Industrial Dispute Act, has given a power to the employers to lay off their employees due to natural calamities up to 45 days by paying 50% salary. If the layoff continues more than 45 days, even the 50% salary also, employer need not pay to the employees. In this moment, I would clarify the basic difference between the layoff and termination of employment contract. The layoff is nothing but temporary cessation of work due to natural calamities, lack of power, etc. The termination of employment contract is nothing but terminating the employee contract based on the terms and conditions stipulated in the employment contract. Whatever I stated earlier is only for the layoff, not for the termination of employment contract. Now I conclude that there is no legal directions from the government with regard to the layoff and salary cut during these pandemic situations. The labor law also has permitted the employer to lay off their employees. In these situations, both the employer and employee can sit together amicably resolve their disputes. Whatever I stated earlier is a legal position as of now. I am not against the employees. This will help the employees to know the legal status. If you like this video, please subscribe or like. Thank you.